I don't think I'm satisfied with this. As soon as I hit the live button, it dawns on me. I don't want to be interrupted. Nobody's here yet anyway. Hang on a second. Should have done this beforehand, right? Where is it? It's a tink. Click. Go in. There. All right. Now to connect that, and then I'll be right back. All right. That should give me a better internet connection. I hope. I'm looking a little rough around the edges. Excuse me. I was in the hospital, and, well, I think it's exhaustion, stress, and a demonic attack as to why I'm having bad health. But let's not focus on that. So I have not run one of these videos in a long time. And I love talking about the dreams and visions that Abba gives me. I love it. I love him. So I got a stack of drawings. There's no way to get through this without a stack of drawings. But first, why don't I talk about just like Bible prophecy, like what YAHUAH showed me that pertains to the Bible and not me. And then at the end, I'll go back and I'll explain the dreams and visions like that I have. So in 2013, I got down on my knee and I told Abba I didn't see a future for myself. I just saw darkness, and I wanted a future. I wanted a calling. I wanted to know what he was about, who he is, what's his name, what's he like. I want to turn my life around. I repent, and I want a future with him. So at that point, Abba gave me a bunch of dreams and visions. And if I was going to be serious with my prayers to him, then I had a choice to make. Every time I woke up, whether from sleeping at night or whether it be from a nap, every time I woke up, I have a choice. I can follow him and his ways or not. It's always a choice. It's not once saved, always saved. It was never like that. Well, from that point on, Abba was giving me dreams and visions. He showed me my entire life up until the day that he returns. But let's start with Bible prophecy. First, in November 2000, in November 2014, that kind of is when I figured something was up, because I came home one night to find Ezekiel's wheel in my driveway. Now, I don't know how many people you know that have seen Ezekiel's wheel. They all say they have, but the truth is, no, they haven't. He showed me the man on the wheel. That's when I knew something was up. I pulled in the driveway. That's my little car pulling into the driveway. Is it the wheels with the eyes on them? And the man that sits on top of the wheel? Huge. That angel towered up above the roof of the 2-story house. That thing was huge. There was no missing that wheel. The passenger in my car, whose first name was Mark, I was renting an expensive couch from him. When I pulled in the driveway and I see this man and this wheel, and I saw a lot more than that. I literally slammed on the brakes and I was like, Mark, do you see that? He's like, what? Is it a bear? I'm like, no, you don't see that? Now I'm testing him because I'm not going to tell him what I see. I want to know if he sees it first. And he goes, hey, shalom, victory. And this dude, Mark, goes, are you messing with me? You're messing with me, right, Holly? I'm like, oh. So your mommy baptized you when you're a little kid and you're such a good Christian, you're going to be raptured out of here. But you don't see Ezekiel's wheel? Talker, non-walker. Yeah, let your mommy baptize you. That's not you making the choice for yourself. You have to make that choice for yourself or it doesn't count. Anyway, that's when I knew something was up. Anyway, this is what we talked about today, and I'll read you the Bible scripture. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. This is me getting a this is the earth. This is me standing on the earth. I see YAHUSHA in the sky with his angels, not the saints. You guys die. You guys don't get a white horse with a sword and go around murdering people that never did anything to you. Wrath and vengeance is YAHUAH's. So what are you doing? Stealing from YAHUAH himself, saying that you're going to get a white horse and you're going to ride in with him to kill people that never did anything to you. You people twist that Bible so much it's sickening. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. And also Mark chapter 24, verse 30. Here, in the dream. This dream I had when I was in kindergarten. I was 5 years old. This was the first dream that I had of YAHUSHA's return. I was 5 years old. It was an awake vision. And I'm sitting in kindergarten class, and all of a sudden, YAHUAH shows up. Now, when I was a small child, I had a relationship with YAHUAH. I knew who he was. He sent an angel into my bedroom to teach me how to draw a lion when I was a little kid. Now, I was put through these MK Ultra and Super Soldier projects, but that was also part of my calling. Because I'm going to go testify in front of YAHUAH what happened to those kids and those dumbs. And then he's going to go take his wrath and vengeance, and he's going to go get those programmers. And he's going to avenge and vindicate all those kids I watched die. And sometimes that kid was supposed to be me that died. But for some reason, I'm sitting here. And since nobody wants to go back for the other kids that are sitting in the Buckingham Palace dungeons, well, I'm going to sit here, and with every breath I got, I'm going to remind you guys that you're paying your tax dollars into a government who does this to children, and you're not doing anything to stop them. So in kindergarten, I have a vision. YAHUAH shows up, and he says, Holly, when you see me in the sky, I don't care where you are, you come running to me. The second you see me in the sky, I'm going to have my angels with me. I'm coming for you, Holly. I'm coming there. I'm coming to get you. And I remember saying, Abba, I remember my yellow-orange planet. I remember where I was before I was born here on Earth. I remember. Abba said, you're not going to see me until you're 40 years old. That's the next time I will see you again. He said, Holly, I know who has you. And I'm coming back for you. I'm coming to get you. And when you see me, I don't care where you are. You come running to me. So I see Abba in the sky with only his angels. And his angels are the spitting image of him. Bronze skin, white wool hair. You guys don't look like that. And when I see him in the sky, in the vision, I literally go running out of the building that I was in, down the halls, out the doors. I'm outside. I'm looking in the sky, see YAHUAH. I just go running towards him. All of a sudden, my body changes. I'm like transformed. And the next thing I know, I am with him here on earth. Not in the sky, not in outer space, no rapture. I'm with him here on earth. So, let's go over the Bible verses. There's always going to be Bible verses if Abba gives you Bible prophecy. And what's the other thing I have here? 1 Thessalonians 4, 13, 18, right? I'm going to read you the Bible verses. We're going to do it NIV so everybody understands it. Matthew chapter 24, verse 30. Then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. I've seen it. Why did I do 1 Thessalonians 4? Let me just read it. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 13 through 18. Brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death. Pause. When somebody has lived their life in YAHUSHA and lived in his ways, when they die, they go to sleep. They're not roaming around the earth visiting their friends and turning their friends' house lights on and off at night. Now, if somebody doesn't live for YAHUAH and they die, they go straight to hell and they never go in that deep sleep. There's your answer. How do I know? I went to Abba through prayer and fasting and he told me because he's my rabbi. Who's yours? Brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind who have no hope. For we believe that YAHUSHA died and rose again, so we believe that YAHUAH will bring YAHUSHA, those who have fallen asleep in him. According to YAHUAH's words, we tell you that we who are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. Pause. What does verse 15 mean? According to YAHUAH's word, we tell you that we who are still left alive, who are left until the coming of YAHUSHA, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. It's talking about the 144,000 seals because that's the only people that survived the whole tribulation. They were redeemed from the earth. Redeemed from the earth means they already died and were resurrected. I died in March 2007. YAHUSHA resurrected me. His two white arms, he went into hell, carried me out, pushed me back up in this world, put two breaths of nostrils in my nose, got my heart beating, and got me living again. Otherwise, I'd be in hell, but we'll get to that because I got a drawing for that. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. After that, we who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, so that we will be with the Lord forever and ever. Therefore, encourage one another with these words. What does being caught up in the air together mean? It's not a rapture. That's talking about a resurrection. Where do you people get a rapture? When I was resurrected, I felt that I was in the air with YAHUAH. It was just him and me. He put two breaths of nostrils in my air and my nose. That is talking about a resurrection. The Bible's all about YAHUSHA's resurrection. It's appointed to man to die one time. What makes you guys think you're getting out of here for free? Damn, you guys got some audacity. You do. Hey, Hachi, it's good to see you. I had a vision of the two witnesses. They will show up dressed in black sackcloth. I will see them on TV. It should be during the winter months that I see them. In the vision, I was at a place and there were a bunch of people in this place. It almost looked like it could have been like a restaurant. And there's a big TV on the wall. All of a sudden, in the vision, the TV flips. And I see Enoch and Elijah dressed in black sackcloth, and they're in Jerusalem preaching. And there I am standing with all these thick, heavy winter coats on, and everybody around me is in heavy winter coats. You can see the air, their breath coming out of their mouths. It's so cold. And I'm yelling, turn the TV up. And then I'm watching the TV. And when I recognize that it's the two witnesses, I go running outside. I go running outside this place. And once I get outside the doors, I drop onto my knees and I start praying for the two witnesses and the 144,000 seals. Somebody from this place follows me outside and says to me, Holly, are you okay? Okay. Don't you know who that was on the TV? No, Holly, I don't. How do you not know who the two witnesses are? Nobody recognizes these two witnesses. The majority of people do not recognize them. He tells us the season. Yahuwah told me these things are going to happen. He never told me the time or day they're going to happen. He showed me Judgment Day when we're all lined up, the books are open, and we're in front of his throne, and he's judging everybody as goat and sheep. I think it's PAN, one of Satan's buddies, gets all scared, runs behind Yahuwah's throne and says, don't let them hurt me. Don't let them hurt me. Don't you know that you human beings judge the angels on Judgment Day? You're not supposed to be on earth worshiping them. And you're certainly not supposed to be doing blood sacrifice for them. So that's Judgment Day. He gave me a dream about the two resurrections. There's two resurrections. One, the first resurrection is reserved for the people that get their heads chopped off versus taking the mark of the beast. The second resurrection, the majority of you are going to be in the second resurrection. Unless you're face to face with the guillotine versus the mark, you're going to be in the second resurrection. You will not be in the first. There's two resurrections. Let me explain this dream. I told you I died March 2007, and he came into hell to get me out. These two white arms carried me out, and these two white arms put 2 breaths of air in my nostrils. My heart started beating. The 2 white arms again were at my back and pushed me up off my floor, physically pushed me up off my floor as I'm trying to reach up and get the strangler off my chest. So I told you about my 170th time dying, because I died 169 times. One time for every one of those altars that was instilled in me by Mangley and the other programmers. But this 170th time I died, hopefully was the last time. But he resurrected me. We can come back to that. So in this dream about the 2 resurrections, what Yahuwah does in that dream, he starts the dream off with this. He shows me my own resurrection first in the dream. So there I am in the dream. There's nothing around. It's like you're in the air because there's nothing there. Nobody, no thing, no tree, no ground, no sky, nothing. All of a sudden, Yahuwah resurrects me from the dead, like he did in reality, March 2007. And once he resurrected me in the dream, all of a sudden I see Yahuwah. Yahuwah, he resurrects people. There's certain people, but they're human beings only. He resurrects these certain human beings, the certain ones. That's the ones that get their heads chopped off. It's a certain people. They're already named. That he already knows who's going to be face to face with that. So he resurrects them first. And then he shows me the second resurrection. Oh my God. You guys don't know him until you've died and he's resurrected you. You don't know the kind of power your creator is wielding. And I know that firsthand because I've experienced it. So I can say it. He shows me the second resurrection in my dreams. All of a sudden, everything and everyone comes back. Boom. You got everything and everybody resurrecting. From there, that's when we go to Judgment Day. After that, the sheep go on to live with YAHUSHA in the New Jerusalem forever and ever. The New Jerusalem is a place. It's not the church. The church is fallen. Guys, we're called out of the church. Get over it already. YAHUAH, for the second time in my life, showed me his return. This is the day. Okay, so if you were one of the 144,000 left alive at the end of the 7-year tribulation, and he's returning on a cloud, this is what that day is going to look like. The sun's going to be shining. It's going to be the most beautiful day ever. And there he is on a cloud, and it's only him. It's only him on that cloud. No one else is with him. No one else is descending. It's only him. And I see him coming. So I've seen his return twice in my dreams. I hope to be here to see it with my own eyes. Now, this is something that's important. People overlook this all the time. Now, the 3 angels of Revelation. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't even been reading my Bible verses that I put up on the drawings. So I'm going to go back, because I'm going to do this right one way or another. The 2 witnesses you can read about in Revelation. There's a chapter called The 2 Witnesses. Go read it. For the 2 resurrections, Abba gave me Revelation chapter 20, verse 6. So let me look it up. So I'm going to read the Bible prophecy for every prophecy dream he gave me. Blessed and holy are those who share in the first resurrection. The second death has no power over them, but they will be priests of YAHUAH and of YAHUSHA and will reign with him for 1,000 years. He showed me. Judgment Day. On this picture, Abba gave me Revelation chapter 20, verses 10 through 15. So let's look up 10 through 15. And the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet had been thrown. They will be tortured day and night forever and ever. Then I saw a great white throne and him who was seated upon it. The earth and the heavens fled from his presence, and there was no place for them. And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and books were opened. Another book was opened, which is the book of life. The dead were judged according to what they had done, as recorded in the books. The sea gave up the dead that were in it. The death and Hades gave up the dead that were in them, and each person was judged according to what they had done. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. The lake of fire is the second death. Anyone whose name was not found written in the book of life was thrown into the lake of fire. Saw it. This one. Matthew 24:30. This is not the sign. I need to take off these 3 crosses. This is a mistake. I should not have put the 3 crosses on there. I did make a couple mistakes. I'm not perfect. Anyway, then will appear the sign of man in heaven. And then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Now that I'm caught up to speed, let's talk about these 3 angels, because there's something significant about them, but I'm not quite sure what it is just yet. But I'm going to start this out and see if anybody picks up my volley or my... Come on. Thank you. All right, so let me tell you about the dream. YAHUAH, this was interesting because YAHUAH actually put me in place of one of the angels. Now, first of all, I know I'm not an angel. I also know I'm not an angel in a human body. Anybody says that they're an angel in a human body, they are a mind control slave. I don't care if they're at a pulpit with a big name and a fat wallet. You guys are human beings. None of you are angels in human bodies. You're human beings. Why can't YAHUAH be enough for you? Why do you guys have to come up with these fantasies in your head? Anyway, there is no rapture. There's no rapture. These 3 angels prove that there's no rapture, pre-trib, mid-trib, or after. There's no rapture. What are you guys doing? You're harpazo? That's about a resurrection, not a rapture. Come on, guys. Who is relying on YAHUAH? Because if you're relying on him, you're not going to be wrapped up in a bunch of false doctrine and false prophecy. He's the truth. It's all in the title. He's the truth. He's not false prophecy. Anyway, these 3 angels, one's, I need to know the significance. But anyway, each one of the angels has a huge significance. One angel is looking up, another one's looking away, another one is looking forward, and they all have a certain thing they're supposed to do for YAHUAH. And in the dream, Abba put me in place of one of the 3 angels, and I believe that was so I would remember it. He was kind of doing one of these, remember, Holly, remember. There's no rapture. These 3 angels are another thing that prove there's no rapture. Why would he send a bunch of angels through the sky to warn you people not to take the mark of the beast if he already took you out of the world? Think, 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 think. You didn't think things through, did you? Anyway, so these 3 angels in the dream, it's all darkness. Darkness has covered the earth. The earth is dark. The earth is evil. The earth needs judgment. And it's dark. Everybody on the earth, everything on the earth, the air above it, it's dark. That's you guys right now, unless you're into YAHUSHA. I didn't say church, and I didn't say the JESUS word, or the JEHOVAH, or SORCE, or YESHUA, or any of that. Those are imposters. If you know anything about spiritual warfare, you will know about the imposters to YAHUSHA and how they got there. And a lot of your religions put those imposters there. How do we get religions? We got them from the fallen angels. Where do we get denominations? From demons. What are doctrines? Those are something else from demons. YAHUAH's living logos is not doctrine. YAHUAH's living logos is living logos. It's him in human form, not doctrine again. So these 3 angels are flying through complete darkness. And there's this one light way up high in the distance. And these three angels are flying all throughout the earth, warning humanity, don't take the mark, don't take the mark, don't take the mark. All are blessed who go into that deep sleep, who do not take the mark. You will rest from your toils now. And these angels are flying through this darkness, and they're making their way to this light that's way up high in the sky. But that light that's way up high, that's YAHUAH. But these three angels go through all out the dark earth to warn you guys not to take the mark of the beast. Now let's read it. Revelation chapter 14, verse 6 through 13. Then I saw another angel flying in midair, and he had the eternal gospel to proclaim to those who live on the earth, to every nation, tribe, language, and people. He said in a loud voice, fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and the springs of water. A second angel flew and said, fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of her adulteries. The third angel followed the voice. If anybody worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they too will drink the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name. This calls for patient endurance on the part of the people who keep YAHUAH, the people of YAHUAH who keep his commands and remain faithful to YAHUSHA. Then I heard a voice from heaven say, write this, blessed are the dead who die in YAHUAH from now on. Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labor, their deeds will follow them. You guys are going to be tested. You ain't going nowhere. Oh, sorry, showing you the wrong drawing. That's the three angels. That's Nibiru. You're going to have fun with that, man. You guys are going to get all screwed up with that one. All right, let's explain this. This is Nibiru. It's not a planet, okay? This is Anunnaki. This is alien aircraft. It's not a planet. It's not what NASA's calling it. This is an alien spaceship. It's got Anunnaki advanced technology on it. Anunnaki installations. It's their spacecraft. They're living on it. When they fly over the earth, some people are going to think it's a rapture, but it's not. When it flies over the earth, it's going to be a big, beautiful, glorious day outside. You're going to be outside playing with the kids, horsing around on the swings, barbecuing. Perfect little picturesque, happy, beautiful day. And suddenly it's going to turn black. And this thing is going to fly over. And anything that's got metals in it, I don't know how exactly to explain this with finesse, but people are going to be, when this thing flies over, people are going to be sucked up off the earth. Some people think it's going to be a rapture, but the second they get sucked up off the earth, they disintegrate in the air. They burn up. They die. You've seen, what was that? War of the Worlds with those big things, Tom Cruise running from them, and they'd zap lasers down and people would just disintegrate. Yeah, that's what happens with Nibiru. It's not a rapture. But what's going to happen, it's going to fly over, everything's going to get dark, and then it's going to feel like density let go. And people are not going to be able to stay on the earth. In the dream, that's exactly what happened. It was a big, beautiful day. Well, first Nibiru happened, but then the day was beautiful. And then suddenly it got dark. And when it got dark, it got eerie. And I was with somebody walking around a park. And I said, we got to pray to YAHUSHA. And he and I got down on the ground. And in the dream, I remember holding on to literal blades of grass going, YAHUSHA, YAHUSHA, Don't let anything happen. I worship you. I love you. I repent for my sins. And I'm just praying. And I look off in the distance and I see other people. They're floating in the air. They're trying to grab onto things to keep them on the ground, and they can't. They just get sucked up. And once they get sucked up in the air, they splat. They're gone. They're dead. Nibiru's alien aircraft. So, I mean, in my dreams and visions. Oh, here's the last one. Your healed head wound. Your healed head wound? I'm waiting for that. I've seen that in my dreams too. The beast of the sea. They assassinate a politician, faking YAHUSHA's resurrection. Politician gets whacked in the head. 3 days later, the politician's suddenly fine. He's got a healed head wound. Then he marches his sorry ass up to the third temple and seats himself. Fake YAHUSHA's resurrection. That's the beast of the sea, who also goes by the names of Osiris, Abaddon, and Apollyon. It's the same entity. You guys really got to know your enemy. So that's the head wound. This is Bible prophecy. And excuse me, you can tell I got screwed up with Jewish tradition. That should be a W. When YAHUSHA walked the face of the earth, he spoke ancient Hebrew. There were no V's, E's, or J's. So therefore, his name could not have been J-E-S-U-S or J-E-S-U-S or J-E-H-O-V-A-H or Y-E-S-H-U-A, because the Hebrew that YAHUSHA spoke himself as his native tongue was ancient Hebrew that had no V's, J's, or E's. Don't you people ever think to say, hi, YAHUAH, my name's Holly. What's yours? What's important to you? When were you born? When were you died? What happened? Please tell me these basic things about yourself. What, because you think you saw him in the Bible, you know everything? You never thought to take what you read in the Bible about YAHUAH and take it back to YAHUAH himself and say, can you explain this yourself to me? I know I read it here, and this is what I think I understand, but I'm submitting and surrendering to you. YAHUAH, please give me insight, knowledge, and wisdom. Explain to me this so I can see it and really grasp it and know it thoroughly. So, I mean, YAHUAH showed me YAHUSHA's resurrection in my dreams. I have been in he brought me to heaven when I was 13 years old. These are the elders. I met the elders, and I remember walking down these golden pathways in these big, beautiful buildings. Oh my gosh. I cannot explain the beauty of it. It's beyond words. And I remember walking up to the sapphires, rubies, and amethysts and emeralds. And the sapphires were so blue, but the blue had a smell. And I melted into it. Next thing I know, I woke up in my bed. But YAHUAH brought me to heaven when I was 13 years old when my papa died. And YAHUAH told me after my papa died that he would be my father now. Because my father, my grandfather, William Gabriel, raised me. So he's the man that I knew to be my father. In my dreams and visions, YAHUAH pulls back the chemtrails and shows me what's behind them. This was back in July 2019. This was a death experience I had as an active super soldier. I was sent out on a mission, and the bad guys got us. And they took out my team. They shot one of my team members in the gut. He was done. They threw another one out the airplane. And when I saw that happen, I was like, either way, I'm dead. So I'm not going to let them kill me. So I made my way out the window. That way I would not be a notch on anybody's belt. I'm not letting you say you took me down. The worst thing you can say about me is I took my ex back like a dumbass. But after that, I'm not letting anybody take me down. So anyway, when David and I got thrown out that airplane. We both crashed through the jungle trees down to the jungle floor, and we died. And he and I met YAHUAH and YAHUSHA. And YAHUAH spoke to Dave, and then YAHUAH spoke to me. And when YAHUAH spoke to me, he said, one day, Holly, you and I are going to get married. And when we do, all of this super soldiery is going to be over. I said, well, let's get married now. Now's not the time. I got to go back to constant fighting and constant warring. This is not over. This is just one battle. And when I go back, it's going to keep going and going and going. I'm going to be sent out on another mission and another assignment and another mission and another assignment and another mission and another assignment. Let's just get married now. It's not the time. What else did you say to me? I remember when YAHUAH was finished talking to me and he sent me back. Right before he sent me back, I remember looking at Dave. Do you know who that was? That's our creator. Do you know? He said, I'm going to marry him. Oh, that's what I said to Abba when he said to me, one day you and I are going to get married. I'm never getting married. That's what I said to him. I'm never getting married. One day you and I are getting married, Holly. And when we do, all of the super soldiery is going to be over. Well, if I'm going to get married, I may as well marry a perfect man who doesn't beat me, lie, steal, or anything like that, right? YAHUAH knows what he's talking about. When it came to March 2007 and this death experience, when YAHUAH went into hell to get me out, okay, this death experience happened, I don't know, in my early 20s. This one happened in my 30s. And this one, when he came into hell to get me out, and those two white arms started carrying me out of hell, right before he pushed me back up in this world. I remember feeling these two white arms, and they lowered me down. And I hear on my ear, marry me. And I feel the breath on my ear. And I hear, marry me. And he pushes me up in this world. And he puts air in my nostrils. And he brings me back to life. He resurrects me. 7 years later, December 12, 2014, you bet all your money I did marry him. And I got a real marriage this time. He's my golden bow. For his golden arrow. And we make a perfect couple together. Oh, I'm missing a drawing. Yeah, I'm missing a drawing. It's all right. It's somewhere. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Feed the chickens. Feed the chickens. I don't know if they got fed already or not. I got to ask. Today's a weird day. So, in my dreams, when I got down on my knee in 2013, and I told you Abba gave me a bunch of dreams. He gave me Bible prophecy dreams. It was my choice to follow him. But in the dreams, what he did was he put me out in the middle of an ocean. Out in the middle of nowhere on an ocean, in an ocean. Just me on a raft. No food, no water, nothing. Out in the middle of nowhere. That's where he starts me out. In the dream, I remember in 2013, the first thing YAHUAH did was he showed me his return, and then he told me, Holly, you have a song and dance in the Bible. And then in the dream, I did my song and dance before him. And I made a drawing of it. And that's what I wanted to show you. Actually, I could pull it up because I did scan it on my computer. There. Get out of my way. Can I share? Hey, Golden Coin and Renee. I haven't seen you guys in so long. Here, I want to share my screen real quick. I'm so happy to see you. That one. Here. That. So once he showed me his return for a second time and he told me how to song and dance, that's when he puts me on a raft out in the middle of nowhere. But in the dream, I noticed I was not hungry. I was not thirsty. I did not want for anything. I was healthy and happy. I was good. And even though it was just me on that raft, he was there with me. It was just him and I. Oh, that was such a special time, just him and I, when I first got to know him and stuff. And I see these islands, and I feel my raft slowly making my way there. But as the dreams went on, they got more vivid. I'm trying to find more. All right, here we go. So what Abba would do is he'd put me on a raft and he'd take me to an island. I would meet people. There would be things I would have to do there for Yahuwah. Maybe learn or teach somebody or do something. Again, he'd put me back on a raft, take me to another island. I'd do something, meet people. He'd put me back on the raft. Back on the raft, he'd put me in an ocean, take me down rivers. Or if we went over land, Abba would put me in a bubble. And he'd take me over land. And he'd take me to different places, different people. There were things to do for him. And I did them. In reality, how that was manifesting was I met Jonathan Kahn. Let's see. I was at his ministry. He told me not to come back to it. I met a ministry over in Uganda, Habamana Nelson. Not done. Went to a Hear the Watchman conference 3 times. I'm leaving out a lot of details. Oh, yeah, I met Russ Dizdar, Ellen Marzulli, Douglas Hemp at a conference. So as Abba's bringing me to these different islands, these different things are taking place. One of the islands he took me to, I got ordained at. Hey, you be quiet. Wait. You. Excuse me, please. I'm sorry. So, like in my dreams, he put me on a raft, lead me to an island. But in reality, the dream would manifest and I'd meet you guys, or I'd meet somebody else, or I'd go to this conference, or I'd do that interview, or I'd be over here taking this phone call with that family, working on their demonic attacks, or I'd be over here meeting these people that were trafficked. And we all need prayer and we all need healing. And I was trying to reach out to those people too. I follow the Lamb. Just because somebody talks like they got faith does not mean they got it. Just because somebody says they're a believer does not mean they're walking in it. I'm really walking in it. And that's the one thing that demons hate about me. Because of the fact I walk in his ways, I'm covered under the blood of the Lamb. I obey all 10 commandments. I keep his ways. I keep his feasts and festivals. I live how he lived when he walked the face of the earth. I don't celebrate Hanukkah. I got nothing to do with that 9-branch Hanukkah menorah crap. Or candle holder. I won't call it a menorah. I'll call it a 9-branch candle holder. And then you got the Star of David, which is Remphane's name. That's got nothing to do with our Savior. Come on now. I'll tell you, over the past 11 years, I've met a handful of people that when they meet Yahuwah and they find out his name's not Jesus, they actually make the change and call him by his correct name. They don't keep carrying on the way that they used to carry on. They drop the old creature shell and get a new shell from YAHUAH. They become a new creature. All these people going, oh, well, it's just the way I do it. Yeah, you're an old creature. You haven't let YAHUAH transform you into a new being. You haven't let him rule over you. You're still living with one foot in this world. Hey, Stephanie, YAHUSHA Barukas. In vulnerable situations. Yeah. I think you're right, Golden Coin. He did put me in a lot of vulnerable situations. And I think that's why I'm so stubborn and bullheaded when it comes to certain things. Now, I know I get stuff wrong, but I'll be the first to correct myself and say, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. But, you know, that's like the beauty of having repentance, because I can correct myself. I can seek him and get right. And then I can figure out where I went wrong and then not make that mistake again. But yeah, it's all about putting the Bible into practice. Like, we can read it 30 million times. We got to put it into practice. We got to live it. That's what took me 40 years to figure out, was we got to live the Bible. We can't just read it and understand it. We need to live it, like put it into practice. And that's the biggest thing. I don't want any of us. You are in the deliverance. Me too, Stephanie. Getting rid of demons, freedom deliverances, paranormal experiences, anything demonic attack, spiritual attack. Call me. That's my forte. Yeah. I just took on a couple cases recently. That's why I'm sick right now, is because the demons are trying to put me down so I cannot get rid of them. The one case I got on my desk is dealing with Pan. I shouldn't have said that word. Since I said it, I bind and cast away it and its legions in YAHUSHA's Shem Selah, as well as its friends and its friends' legions in YAHUSHA's name Selah. Except the only problem is the girl's listening to her friend instead of an ordained minister who knows how to get rid of demons. So I'm getting my ass pummeled out here, and nothing's happening over there in that house except more demonic attacks, because she doesn't want to listen to YAHUAH. She wants to listen to her friend tell her feel-good lip services, and the paranormal experiences supposedly are not even dying down. Why bother calling me at that point? It's not that I'm not qualified. It's that she don't want to get right with YAHUSHA. She don't want to do the work. She wants to have it her way. She wants to play with her and her friends and play patty cake with the demon. Get out dowsing sticks and chase it through the house instead of binding and casting it away through the blood of the Lamb by fasting first. She doesn't want to rededicate by water baptisms, her and her kids. She doesn't want to go through her house and baptize the windows, outlets, faucets, go through every corner, every closet, every drawer, every possession. She doesn't want to do any of that because that's too much work. She'd rather have the paranormal experiences in her house, play with dowsing sticks, and let all of her kids get abused by PAN. And this thing with the paranormal experiences, it's moving to possess her kids. But she's busy playing patty cake because her girlfriend's giving her support. I told the girl, I am at your beck and call. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week until this thing goes away. You have to be the one that calls me. You have to be the one that makes the choice. I haven't heard from them in 6 days. I don't care if I'm in the hospital. When I tell you to call me, you call me. I'll get rid of your demons if you're willing to do the work. She don't want to do the work. She don't want to repent. She don't want to start from the beginning. She don't want to look at what's going wrong. So this is what you get. Oh, I can get rid of it all right. Just give me the person that wants to do the work, that's sincere, genuine, and seeking YAHUSHA. Give me the person that wants to walk their talk, and we can move more than mountains. Just give me that person. Give me that person that's got the determination, that wants to have the thirst, that wants to try, you know? But you get all these people, they talk, but they don't get off their pompous ass to do the work. And preparedly, right. Much to do in Germany. Oh my God, you're in Germany? Your work is cut out for you in Germany. I got a friend in Germany. Oh, Stephanie, maybe you might know each other. Well, probably not. Maybe. You're both on the internet. Dusseldorf. I'm going to ask him. I think he goes by Cyberpunk now. I'm going to find him. I'll reach out to him and I'm going to ask him if he's by you. He's been put through a hard time. And I know he's looked to get faith. But it was always the Luciferians that helped him. Not YAHUSHA lovers, not Jesus lovers. And since none of the Jesus believers helped him, and it was always the Luciferians helping him, I pray for Germany. I got some German in me. I was created by a Nazi mastermind. Oh, I got the spirit of discernment, Stephanie. Don't come in my chat room and start ripping me apart because you'll get blocked fast. I'm already an ordained minister. I know what I'm doing. And if you haven't looked at my profile picture, you better go check it out. Yahuwah's hand is already on me. I'm not trying to be rude, but I have I have zero tolerance. Okay. I've got the gift of discernment. Oh, I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm defensive and I'm sorry. That's my fault. I'm sorry to you, Stephanie. No, I got discernment. Him. Stephanie, I'm sorry to you again. I apologize. I'm asking your forgiveness. I'm sorry. You know how he kind of put it to me was, and I just lost what I was going to say. There's just, I guess Germany is really different than here in America. So I'm not going to understand Germany unless I were there physically to see it, right? But I guess over there, it's not like it is here in America. There's a lot less Jesus believers and followers over there. And because I guess other religions are so prevalent, it makes it harder for him to believe in Jesus. Like there's no place over in Germany for a YAHUSHA believer. Like suicidal. I'm sorry again, Stephanie. Weak church. Yeah, and then when you believe in him, when you believe in Jesus, you're outnumbered. And the pressure of that. I think I could be wrong. I think he feels a lot of pressure from that. You know what I need? Not so much discernment. You know what I do need, Stephanie? This is what I do need. Not discernment. I need stick-to-itiveness. I need to, like, when I say I'm going to do something, do it. And stick to it. And be firm on it. And I'm going to word things the wrong way. But the other thing I want to get better through the blood of the Lamb, because it's only through YAHUAH that this would be possible. But I need willpower. I need him to loan me his power, to have the energy, to have a routine, to take care of my daily chores, to do the things I need to do, to eat properly, and to not let anything throw me off track. I always let things throw me off track. So, I mean, I got good discernment, but man, I got a whole bunch of other areas in my life where, oh no, I mean, I do stick to it, but I want to apply myself more. I want to apply myself more. Abba. But I'm like talking in my own personal life and stuff, like when, it's just me sitting here and I have stuff, like I have my Holly to-do list and to do stuff. Like I'm really good at picking myself apart. It's nice talking to you, Stephanie. YAHUSHA, blessings to you in Germany. Self-discipline, very important. Yes. That's it. The self-discipline. So like to work out 5 days a week, to eat properly, to stick to it, to take care of myself the way I try to take care of my loved ones. I mean, I'll put my best foot forward for them, but when it comes to me, I just half-ass it. I just slide through the cracks. Oh, who cares? It's you, Holly. Whatever for you. But oh, it's your friend over here. They need this. Go grab your bells and Bible and let's rock. But I don't do that for myself. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry again, Stephanie. I don't mean to be a jerk. I gotta slow down. But yeah, that's some of my drawings. A lot of times I'll make drawings just so I can make something for YAHUAH, like to draw him a picture, or like I'll make him a card, and then like I save it, of course. I joke with Abba all the time too. I'm like Abba. I mean, at this point, after 11 years, I should have like 5 of these books, but I don't. But I was like, Abba, all my pictures and cards and stuff that I draw for you, I was like, I can just see this whole world's going to go up in flames, but I can just see one of my drawings for you, one of the drawings where I was praising your perfect hallowed name, and it was a card to you with praise and worship and love and glory, all about you and for you. I could envision one of my drawings. I could envision you sparing one of my drawings that I made for you in worship when the earth goes up in flames. But I know he's not. I know he's not going to do that. We are going up in flames. So are my drawings for him. But Abba keeps a special place for each one of us in his heart. He's the ultimate DJ. That's why Satan's all into music. It's because YAHUAH's the ultimate DJ. When he created you and me and everybody else, he sang a specific, precise love song to bring you, Stephanie, into creation, to bring Renee into creation, to bring me into creation. And each one of us, our love songs are different from one another. They're not the same song. He sang a specific song for Stephanie to create Stephanie and bring her into existence. He sang a specific love song for Golden Coin to bring Golden Coin into existence. The Book of Melchizedek. Look it up on YouTube and listen to it. The Book of Melchizedek. You're going to fall in love with YAHUAH. Oh, and where were you before you were born on earth? Okay, where you were before you were born on earth was you were a spirit being. And in the Book of Melchizedek, when it talks about heaven, Mount Zion, his throne's on Mount Zion up in Jerusalem, which is heaven above. And there's planets and galaxies rotating around his throne up in Jerusalem, heaven above. Well, here you and I are on the earth. The lights in the sky that we call stars and planets, all they are is lights. They're just lights. They're not a place to land with rock. They're illuminaries. Those lights in the sky are purposely there to show us what's happening in Jerusalem that sits on the firmament above. YAHUAH calls heaven Jerusalem. He doesn't call heaven heaven. He calls heaven Jerusalem, a city of peace. So when we look up from the earth and we see all the stars and planets, we're actually seeing what's happening in heaven above. Another reason why they put the chemtrails between us and seeing the skies above. We can't see the skies above. We don't know what Yahuwah is doing up in heaven. That's why they block it. That's another reason why they do it. Right? Now they're going to put a golden dome over us to block the sun. Come on now. Right, it's a firmament. So, but the book of Melchizedek, listen to the book of Melchizedek. It'll make you fall in love with Yahuwah all over again. But I'll tell you, when I listened to that book of Melchizedek, I did not like Cain when I finished it. I had no use for Cain. And no use for Satan. But the book of Melchizedek explains a lot. It explains everything that happened, including everything that happened before Yahuwah said, let there be light. The book of Melchizedek discusses. Drun Valo. Okay, here. Can I send you a link? Oh, well, you speak German and I'm English. I'll give you a link. Come on. Thing's so damn slow. I gotta make sure this is it. Hang on a second. Got it. Here, let me drop a link, Stephanie. I'll drop the link in the chat room. Oh, I can't do that here. I can't do that here. I don't have access to edit the video. Here, you know what I can do? All right, I cannot get to the description box of this video right now, but I'll put up another link to this. On the tab post of YouTube, just in case. Melchizedek. You guys will love that book. So anyway. Cool. Okay, cool. It's just a beautiful book. It just explains everything that happened up in heaven, the rebellion. Then Abba created the earth. Then Abba talks about what happened when Adam fell, what happened in the garden with all of that. Then it talks about what happened with Cain and Abel. Oh, that Cain would not make the lamb sacrifice to marry his wife, but he turned around and killed Abel. I don't have to love him, that's for sure. You know. So, yeah, I think you'll really get it. You only know Enoch. Oh, my gosh, Stephanie, you might really like the book of Melchizedek. Honestly, I listened to that book. When I bumped into the book the first time, I listened to it 6 times on repeat. I was listening to that book for days. It made me fall in love with Yahuwah. It explained, it gave me more understanding, like it gave me more background, because the Bible doesn't, like the Bible gives us information, but it feels like the Bible leaves out the background and leaves out details. The Bible just gives you enough to get by. But the book of Melchizedek, it seemed like the book gave me the details I was looking for. I think they took it out of the Bible, Stephanie, so that way we would lose interest in YAHUAH and never turn to him. I think they took it out because it answers all it answers all the major questions that everybody has. And I think that's why they took it out. The book of Melchizedek is one of the 22 Apocrypha books that they took out of the Bible. Because we had the Bible that had 88 books, and now it's got 66. You know what I did, Stephanie? I looked up online, what are the 22 books that were taken out of the Holy Bible? And it gave me a list of them. And the book of Melchizedek was one of them. I had started looking up Apocrypha books, but you got to be careful, and you got to use discernment. And that's a hard one. But the book of Melchizedek, it's a good one. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Fall in love with Heavenly Abba all over again. And then you're going to know where you were before you were born on earth. You were up there with heaven. You were up there with YAHUSHA in heaven. You just don't remember YAHUAH's workshop. You don't remember being with YAHUSHA before you were born, but you were with him. So was I. We all were. But if you remembered it, then once you're here on earth, you do everything to get back there. That's why none of us remember it when we're born. That way we can make our own choices while we're here. While we are here, we can make a choice to follow him or to follow Satan. We can have the tree of life, or we can follow after Satan and have knowledge of good and evil. Because that's all that Satan offers us is knowledge of good and evil. But what YAHUSHA offers us is life. Life. I want life. I would love that, Stephanie. I really would. I would welcome that. Here, I don't know what platforms you're on or how we could talk, but here's my email. If you want to start an email and figure out what platforms we could use for a call, that would be great. I mean, I got Facebook. I think I got to download Skype and Zoom. I have Skype somewhere. I got that stuff. I can download things too. I got WhatsApp. I don't like to use it that much, though. To be honest with you, I really don't like WhatsApp. I got Telegram, but I don't like to use it. Neither would Signal. I got them, but the other thing is those things revolve around your cell phone number. I don't use my cell phone number for applications. I just don't use it. Like when people call me, it's through other applications. Like Facebook rings on my... Like if you were to call me on any application, it rings on my cell phone. So I just, like even Snapchat, you just look up YHVHsHollyBaglio and you'll find me. I just don't use my cell phone number. But anyway, I better go out and feed the chickens. Otherwise, this alarm is going to keep going off every 10 minutes. Okay. Can you drop a link? Probably not. Hang on one second. Is that? No. Hang on. Ooh, I got you. I got you on YouTube. Well, that's YouTube. You might have. But now that I got you on YouTube. Okay, I got your email. I got your homepage. Hang on, Stephanie. I want to set up my webpage again. Oh, come on. It came up. 9. I know what 9 means. 9. That's the only word I know. I think I got your page. It's all in German now. Oh, wait, Google Translate. Oh, I got Google Translate. Christian prayer, pastoral care, surrendering prayer. Here, listen. If you can't drop your homepage, I can. There's your homepage, right? Oh, wow. Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Stephanie. I didn't mean to be rude before. I'm so sorry. July 2018, you gave your life to Jesus. Best decision of my life. He healed me. He healed you from arthritis, hair loss, Lyme's disease, freed you from unclean spirits, and today you're here as a new person. Oh, praise YAHUAH. Praise YAHUAH. Praise YAHUAH. Praise YAHUAH. Praise YAHUAH. Oh, wow. Praise YAHUAH. I'm so honored to meet you, Stephanie. Okay, here. You know what? I can write to you. I can give you my phone number. Before I go, I'm going to write to you now. YAHUSHA Barakas. Stores persons out for the purpose contacted me. Oh, you're going to store my data? I don't tend to have the same cell phone number for more than 6 months at a clip, so that's okay. My cell phone number always changes. That's why I just ask people, remember my name, remember my email, and then we can always get in touch with each other because my cell phone changes constantly. But my email stays the same. My name and face, they stay the same. Stephanie, through your page, I sent you you'll see, you'll get a message from me. I just gave you my email, my name, and my phone number. You made my day, Stephanie. YAHUAH, I pray for Germany, and thank you so much for talking with Stephanie. I really appreciate it. Thank you, YAHUAH, for doing this. In Yahusha's name, Selah. Yeah, I could open it. All right. Well, I don't mean to be rude. I know I'm making really bad videos, but I would like to make better videos. But I wanted to show some of my drawings about what you can't open my email. All right. I'll have to go back and try to do it again. I'll have to go back and do it again. But I'm going to shut this down now. But Stephanie, I will reach out to you. I'll try to get it to go through. That should open. I got your email address. I can just email you directly, right? Yeah. I got you. It is so nice meeting you. Okay, we'll do this through email. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's so nice meeting you. You knew Max? I'd love to hear stories about him. If you wouldn't mind telling me. I was trafficked with Max Spears. I remember him when we were real little kids. We were taken to a place and we were being raped by the adults, and they were wealthy, elite type people. And I remember the adults, stripping us down naked and raping us. And it was kind of violent. It was violent. And I remember looking over, and Max, his little boy body was on the floor, and my little girl body was on the floor. And I looked over to Max, and our eyes locked onto each other. And as the adults were having their fun, Max and I just... And when we just locked eyes. And when everything was done, we had to get cleaned up. And I was sitting in a room, and I cannot remember everything that he and I said back and forth, but I remember what he said to me. He said to me, Holly, boy is no difference than what happened to you as a girl. And that's when it dawned on me. Rape for boys is the same as rape for girls. There's no difference. Just because boys don't have a vagina does not mean they can't get raped. You did? You know all of them? Oh, Stephanie, I'm so humbled. Boy, I'd love to hear their stories. Like, you do? I remember some of them. I love talking about them. I would love to talk to you sometime, Stephanie. I'm always praying for James Casbolt. You got Dave Merrow. I miss Max. I wouldn't be live online if Max was still alive, Stephanie. I only came forward August 2016, 1 month after they assassinated him, because the first thing that I thought was, you can't kill a super soldier. You're not going to kill Max and get away with it. YAHUAH. Heaven, I'm sorry, I don't mean to point YAHUAH. I went to YAHUAH December 2016, or around there, in the winter of 2016, and I said, YAHUAH, show me Max Spears' death. YAHUAH showed me 5 people who had a direct hand in assassinating Max Spears. He showed me who those 5 people were. There were 3 people standing over his body while he's vomiting blood laying on the floor, and then there were 2 more people in the shadows. There were 5 people that had a direct hand with his assassination. That's what YAHUAH showed me in a dream. What they did to Max, man. I would welcome talking to you, Stephanie. I'll send you my information in the email. Oh, wait, I forgot to. I just emailed you. Okay. Snooze. I think this is... I'm sending you a second email, Stephanie. I got so excited that I received your email that I forgot to put my information, but you'll have it. I'm always praying for Vanessa. Stephanie, I think about them all the time. Where is it? There's one super soldier that's off grid. Well, when I woke up from the MK Ultra, before I even woke up from the MK Ultra programming, I was going through something bad in my normal life where I started to carry knives on me for self-protection. And I had 2 knives on me. One I wore on the outside of my pants so people could see it, and I named that Moses from the Holy Bible. Well, then I had a second knife on me with a white pearl handle. It was a smaller knife, and I kept it hidden somewhere else on my person. So that way, if one knife was taken away from me, I had a backup. Well, that second knife I named after a super soldier from Project Seagate. So anyway, the Jefferson Police Department back in 2014 requested that I submit my knives to them. So I had to submit Moses and Aaron. But then recently I had to go out and get a knife for something. So I bought a new one. I named this one after a super soldier. I named this one after a super soldier. I usually name them after something in the Bible or something pertaining to me and Yahuwah, but this one's named, I used to have Aaron from the Black, but now I have Aaron off grid. Anyway, I miss them. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for letting me talk. I miss the super soldiers. I think about them all the time, but I cannot go back. Joseph Mangley told me if I go back, I will be murdered. So I'm not going back. I'm not going back to the communities. I am very limited in with people because I can't go back. I can only go forward, and Yahuwah's forward. The super soldiers are back here, and I cannot be a part of it. Because what will happen is too many doors will open. I'll get tempted, and then I won't be following YAHUSHA anymore. I'll be back in the world, and I don't want to be back in the world. That's the one thing I really don't want. I just want to follow YAHUSHA. Sounds good. We'll talk on WhatsApp. Perfect. You'll find me. All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for putting up with me. And thank you for the rest of you fine folks for putting up with me when I'm under the weather. But, all right. So I'm going to let you go. I'll be back.